which is yeah. So I welcome you all on this very exciting webinar where we are going to learn a lot of things today and which will open your mindset, which will clarify your perception towards business and how you can build business on a very solid foundation even during these times of pandemic or during the lockdowns and all the challenges that our normal regular distributor is facing in the industry, that they are not able to meet people face to face and they're not able to meet in a group or in a small room and all. So I'm going to share with you a very simple formula through which you can actually start making money even from today in itself if you just pay attention to what we are going to share with you. So friend, when we are talking about business, so as a smart person, as a smart distributor, we need to understand that we are in a business of sales. And that's a hardcore fact that we are in a business of sales. And there are only two categories of people in this world. Number one, those people who do sales, and number two, those people who work for those guys who do sales. So the differentiation is very clear, and we both know who makes more money, whether the guy who's making the sales or the guy who's working for that person who's making the sales. So whether we like it or we don't like it, we are in a business of sales. And when we are talking about business, we have to think like a businessman. We have to act like a businessman. We have to plan things accordingly, just like a businessman does. So when I'm talking about the business, so the number one thing which comes into all of us' mind is number one is sales. That is how we are going to market our products or our services. And every single successful business empire, they do this. So now next page, Stefan. Every single businessman on this planet Earth, they all do sales. Now there is a difference between network marketing sales as well as traditional market sale. When we are talking about a traditional market, no matter how good you are, you only earn based on your own capabilities or on your own local scale. So which means is that if you are generating a sale of, let's say for example, 10 lakh rupees, so it will not grow overnight to 10 crore rupees. It may grow up to certain limit, but there will be certain limitations. And that is why the only shortcoming in the traditional business model, if we are starting by ourselves, is that we do not have a chance of major expansion, or we do not have a major chance of scaling up. If we are trying to scale up, we have to invest a lot of money. In network marketing, we are making money on two fronts. Number one, when we are selling products personally, and number two, when our network is selling products. So it's a very simple concept, but people take a lot of time to complicate it. They try to twist it and try to make it look fancy. But at the end of the day, all we are doing is we are promoting sales. So whenever a product is being sold either directly by you or by your downlines, then you are making money. If that is not happening, you will not make money. I'll just give you an example. I will not take the name. There was a certain company which came, and there was a big hype, and there were 1.6 million registrations. 1.6 million means approximately 16 lakh people signed up. But what happened was, what ended up happening after a few months, they have got less than 300 people who actually are making more than 30,000 rupees a month. So why that happened? Because they did not talk about sales. They only talked about sign up. So when we are only talking about sign-ups, the business is bound to fail because we are ignoring the basics of the business. And now some of you might be thinking, okay, I will not do the sales. I will not sell the products. Let my team sell the product. Let my people do the retailing. I will only recruit. So guys, whether we like it or we don't like it, the number one rule of MLM industry or this business industry is that everybody is going to duplicate you. If you are not selling the products, if you are not having enough customers, trust me, your downlines will not do that. No matter what you say, that is not going to be duplicated. Only what you are going to do, that thing is only going to be duplicated. So my suggestion to you is that if you want to make the maximum out of it, you have to start from your end first. So I'm going to give you a very simple formula, which means that if you duplicate it, you will be making that kind of money, which will be which 99.99% network marketing professionals in our Indian market do not make. And I'm going to talk about that money, and I'm going to talk about how simple that money is and how consistent that money is. So now I'm going to share with you a customer-based simple business model, and I'm going to share with you what are the benefits of customer-based business model. What are the benefits if you have some couple of customers in your hand? Safraz, can you see the next slide? So now the number one benefit of customer-based business model is that your income is consistent and you start making money from day one, because the package or the order that your downline has placed, it is not a liability on them. They have not bought it only for the sake of qualification. They have bought it because they see some market behind it and they see it as an asset. What is an asset? Asset is anything which you buy cheap and sell expensive. That is an asset. So your products are your asset. So what I mean by that is you are buying cheap and you are selling at an expensive price. So what happens is it takes time to develop a network. Of course, it's not going to be overnight for everyone in your organization. Not everyone has great contacts from day one. Not everyone will have great contacts, or they will not immediately be able to sign up a huge amount of people. So but everyone can at least have a handful of customers if they work consistently in the beginning. And once you have some customers, what will happen is that you will start generating some testimonials. Like you will have some powerful testimonials about the products, and what will end up happening is that it will attract more customers. And in those customer base, there are some people who are entrepreneur minded, some people who see the power behind the products, and they will ask you, I want to start this business with you. Well, what is the investment involved and all those things. So from there also you can have a good amount of business partners with you. Now, if you see there are two different categories of distributors. Number one, who is seeing the opportunity and who is joining the business, he's seeing the opportunity by head. And number two, if a customer is joining the business, he's coming from head and heart both, which means is that the guy is 100% emotional about the product. They have seen the testimonials in their family. They already see a market. So what ends up happening is that when they get involved, they are 100% involved in the business from day one. And if you are able to duplicate it to a handful of people, I'm just going to give you a very simple example how with a very small duplication you can make a good money. And of course, it totally depends on your personal results and your personal efforts. But trust me, friends, if you do it, I can guarantee that even if you are able to duplicate 50% of it, still so you will be ahead of 99% network marketing professionals in India. Now, I have personally been to Hong Kong when there was a global convention. I have met global ambassadors, which is the dream rank of every single distributor in NHT Global. I've met so many number of global ambassadors who were customers before, and those guys, some of them, they did not like the business model, or they were not interested in the business model from day one, but they saw the results with the products, they saw the testimonials, they saw things changing in their lives, and at that moment of time they were open for a business opportunity and they started building the business. And one very important aspect of this is that you can actually recruit those people, you can actually attract those people in your network who don't like direct sales as a business model, who don't like sales, but they're happy to be a part of the family by just by using the products. And it's completely fine. You have a set of people who just want to try the products and they just want to use the products. Maybe some point in time of their lives, they can think of it like, okay, let's see, I can actually build the business. And our products are actually, magical products where people see a difference on their appearance, on their health and all those things. So these things other people are bound to notice. So when they notice, they talk to them about those things. So definitely you attract them into the business very easily. Now I'm going to share with you a very quick business model which you can work from day one. And I'm also going to share what is the NHT Global edge in this, which other companies do not have. Next slide. So then my proposal to you is, if we just work on 20 customers program, I'm just going to break down all the calculations for you in a very simple language, so that you might be able to understand it in a very good way. So if you just have 20 customers and every customer is buying on an average of 25 BVs, someone can buy 50 BVs, someone can buy 100 BVs, some can buy only 15 BVs. So on an average, every single person is buying 25 BVs, let's say, for example, which means is that your monthly customers consumption is roughly around 500 BVs. Now, what ends up happening is that if all these 20 customers, they are your preferred customers, then at least I'm talking about the minimum profit is roughly around 1,000 rupees. It depends from product to product, but I'm just taking an average. So from 1,000 rupees to 3,500 rupees, anywhere in between that, a person makes the profit margin. So now just imagine, without any network, your network is going to be built up, of course, over a period of time. You are putting your consistent efforts. But if you have some handful of 20 customers, you are making anywhere between 20,000 to 70,000 rupees profit without having any network, which means is that even without getting into network marketing, you are making a part-time income of 20,000 to 70,000 rupees. 20,000 is the minimum, 70,000 is the maximum. You will be anywhere in between, depending upon the customer type, depending upon the customer, what kind of customer base you have. But just look around yourself. How many people they need joint health products? How many people they need skincare? How many people they need immunity support? All these things. If you just see, you look around, you'll find a lot of people who need these products. Now, if you just duplicate this with 20 or 21 people in your organization, whole organization I'm talking about, you can take up to 1 year, or maybe whatever time you need. You just duplicate it in your organization. On one side, you have like 14-15 people duplicating you, whom you guided and mentored, and on the other side, 6-7 people, on an average like 7 people, if they are duplicating this thing, what I'm sharing with you. So on an average, you are generating a business of 7,000 volume points on one side if 14 people are duplicating, and on the other side, if just 6 to 7 people are doing this, you are generating a business of 3,500 BVs. Now, whenever I'm doing this, I'm just taking an ideal standard example, so don't take it literally. It totally will depend on your downline structure, and it totally depends. There are some assumptions over here. You did not recruit anyone else. Of course, your income goes much higher than this. This is the least amount which you can earn. So when you are doing this, then 7,000 BVs are being generated on your one side and 3,500 BVs on your other side, which means is that 1,000 US dollars you are just simply making on the generation income, which means is the 10% on level 1. And just imagine that when the duplication happens on level 2, level 3, 5%, 3% is the secondary income, which we are not discussing over here, just taking a small portion of level 1. Now, apart from that, you are generating some 7 cycles. Now, when you complete 7 cycles, then $700 are extra. Then apart from that, there will be a lot of true matching income. There will be lots of rewards. You will be qualifying for all the trips. Just imagine if you are generating this kind of BVs from your front lines, no matter what vacation qualification is there, you are going to qualify all of them. So you're qualifying for rewards, you're qualifying for trips. And all this is happening with a small, tiny team of dedicated 20 distributors, not too much more than that. And if you take a total of this, so it is somewhere around $1,000 for generation income, $700 for cycle income. It comes somewhere around $1,700. In Indian currency, it comes around 1.2 lakh rupees. Now, previously you are making 20,000 to 70,000 rupees on your cash income, which is your personal customer base. So if you just add on all these numbers, it comes around 1.4 lakh rupees to 1.9 lakh rupees. Now, this income, if you are getting this kind of income every single month, just imagine how many people in the network marketing industry are making this kind of money without putting efforts every single month, without pressing the pedal, without going on for recruitment frenzy. There are very few people who are earning this kind of royalty income. This is called as a royalty income. I call it as a royalty income, which means is that you taught people once, and now they are duplicating it. They are doing it for themselves. They are doing it for their 20,000 to 70,000 rupees earning, and when they are doing it, you are getting paid every single month. And this is called as the royalty